here with your homework problems. We're on number 4 and 5 of lesson 6, and so we're looking at a pie and circle problem here. The graph shows the relationship between diameter and circumference. So whenever I see a relationship between those two things, I think of a table. And the two things we're comparing are diameter and circumference. And it says that the point 1 pi, so when the diameter is 1, the circumference is pi, 3.14. I know that that point is going to be on this line. There it is, 1, and then up 3.14. And so it wants me to find 3 more points. Well, that's going to be easy because we know that the relationship is just multiplied by pi. So we can pick any numbers that we want over here, multiply them by pi, and we'll have ordered pairs. So I would pick easy numbers like 0, 2, and 3. 0 times pi is 0, so you'd have an ordered pair of 0, 0. 2 times pi is 6.28, so you would have the ordered pairs 2 and 6.28. And then another ordered pair using 3, you got to do 3 times pi, and that would be 3 times 3.14, or 14 times 3 would be 30, and 12, so 42. Alright, there we go. So there's 3 points that I picked. As long as your constant is 3.14, you can use any ordered pairs that you want to come up with there. They just got to have a constant of pi. Alright, last one. Priya bought X games of flour, and Claire bought 3/8 more than that. So we got to select all of the equations that represent this relationship. So let's draw what's going on here. Priya bought X, so let's call it X here. This is the amount that Priya bought. And Claire bought 3/8 more. So we need to break this into 8s because that's what we're adding. So those are quarters. These are 8s, right, y'all? So alright, we've broken up Priya's amount of flour into 8s. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight 3 of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's 3/8, right? And Claire bought 3/8 more than what Priya had. Priya had all of this. But Claire bought not just 1 more 8, not just 2 more 8s, but 3 more 8s. So this distance right here, we're going to call y, and let that represent what Claire is. Okay? So over here we got to pick, okay, what does y equal? What could we say y equals? Well, we could count how many 8s these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You could say that this is 11 8s of what x is. So that would be one that we could pick, and that matches that right there. We definitely know that y is not just 3/8, because that's 3/8, so it can't be that one. We know that y is not 5/8, because that would be how long this block is right here. And that's not long enough. Claire got more than 5/8. She got 11/8. C, could we say that y is the length of x plus 3/8 more? So the length of x would be this, plus 3/8 more would equal y. So that would be okay. We could pick that one. That represents the same thing. And then we definitely don't want to subtract anything from x, because that wouldn't represent what y is, so we wouldn't be that one. So we just want to pick C and E.